My name is Joe. These are just opinions. I am Joepinionated. Welcome again to the channel. Today I'm counting down. Today I'm ranking the albums of Led Zeppelin. I also throw up my top 10 songs for Led Zeppelin as well on this episode. Let's start off with the top 10 songs. Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and John Bonham. Legendary band, probably the greatest band of the 70s. My top 10 songs for Led Zeppelin. I mean, a lot of these are just greatest hits. You can't go wrong with every single song from Led Zeppelin. They really never fail. Top 10 for me, I'm going with number 10, All My Love. This is Robert Plant's song to his son that he had lost. Number 9, Ramble On. That's from Led Zeppelin 2. The pitter patter on the suitcase. I forget. It's like an instrument case or something like that for that drum beat. Number 8, No Quarter from Houses of the Holy. Epic, very, psychedelic track. No Quarter. John Paul Jones really shines on this one, like many of my top 10. Number 7, going with What Is and What Should Never Be. Always really like this one from Led Zeppelin 2 as well. This shouldn't tell you anything about my albums rankings. These are all just kind of sentimental, personal favorites of mine. Number 6, I'm going with Hey Hey, What Can I Do? That came out on the, I guess it was a B-side to the Immigrant song, but I think it came out on the compilation later on, the greatest hits or something like that, or maybe it was expanded, or maybe it was on Coda. I don't know. I wasn't aware of it until many years later, after even discovering Led Zeppelin. So I think there was a re-release at some point of that song. Number 5, In the Evening by Led Zeppelin. That In the Evening, sorry, from In Through the Outdoor again. I like In Through the Outdoor quite a bit. And that was their last real studio album before John Bonham passed away and the band disbanded. And that song has an incredible guitar solo from Jimmy Page. Number 4, Your Time Is Gonna Come. And that's from the debut album, and easily my favorite song from the debut. Not saying it's the greatest song from that album. There's a lot of all-time greats in most of their albums, and especially their debut. Yeah, Your Time Is Going to Come, my favorite from that album. Number 3, from Zeppelin 4, I'm going with Misty Mountain Hop. Pick any one of the 8 songs from Zeppelin 4, and you're not going to surprise anybody. Misty Mountain Hop maybe gets played a lot on the radio. This song is a real summer song for me, an all-time favorite. Number 2, I'm going with The Battle of Evermore. Sentimental song. My wife and I both, love this track and spoke of it the first time we ever even met. Released in 1971. That's on Zeppelin 4. Lord of the Rings chatter in there, and also Sandy Denny singing on the vocals. And number 1, I'm going with Kashmir. Might seem like a simp pick, from Physical Graffiti. This song and Stairway to Heaven being their 2 biggest songs ever, really. And why not? Badass. It's such a great song from an incredible album. Let's count down the albums. I'm going with 8 albums here. Pull up my screen. I'm not including Coda or Kudu or whatever you call that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 8 for me in my album rankings. Now, this is kind of crazy because I actually have 7 5-star albums in this album rankings. The only one that isn't 5-star for me is from 1976, and that's Presence. It does still feature Achilles' Last Stand, For Your Love, Candy Store Rock. It is still a great album. It's the only one that I have below 5 stars, like I said, from this band. For me, number 8 for Led Zeppelin is Presence. Number 7, I'm going to have to go. This hurts to do it. I'm sorry, people out there. I'm going with Led Zeppelin, the debut from 1969, as my 7th best Led Zeppelin album, featuring Your Time Is Going to Come, Dazed and Confused. I'm going with In Through the Outdoor from 1979, their last studio album, which is freaking fantastic. And these are all 5-star albums. So, they're all technically tied for first. I just love this album. I love the direction they were going at this time when things went sideways and the band ended. But I would have loved to have seen them play through the 80s, because they were definitely, their sound was changing. They were leading. They were on the frontier for a lot of things. And this album is a futurist, it's a forward moving album for the band. I've never understood the hate that this album gets, because it's maybe not their greatest album according to some people. But number 5, I'm going with Led Zeppelin 2 from 1969. And once again, a bunch of hits on there. Ramble On, What Is and What Should Be, What Should Never Be. Sorry. It's a great album. It's a lot more rockin' and loud in part than the debut. Also from the same year, later that year, but the both albums have such unique sounds and differences to me. I think they grew a lot from the first album to the second album, even though they're in the same year. Number four for Led Zeppelin. I'm going with Led Zeppelin 3 from 1970, featuring Tangerine, Friends, and many others. Led Zeppelin 3, great album through and through. Love that little kaleidoscope cover thing. And also, just the acoustic feels and not as rocking as Led Zeppelin 2. Very beautiful album though, Led Zeppelin 3. You know what? Number 3, I'm going with Houses of the Holy, featuring No Quarter, Over the Hills and Far Away, the Rain song. There was a Rain song on there? Anyways, Houses of the Holy, No Quarter, The Ocean. I don't know if I got my track listings all messed up here, but from 1973, Houses of the Holy, number 3 for me. Number 2, I'm going with Led Zeppelin 4 from 1971. All 8 songs are huge. When the Levee Breaks, Rock and Roll, Stairway, Going to California, Black Dog, Misty Mountain Hop, Battle of Evermore. This is my debut, or my introduction to Led Zeppelin was Led Zeppelin 4. Black Dog, the first song I ever heard. Actually, the first CD I ever heard, song played on a CD player, was Black Dog. 1971, Led Zeppelin 4. I've got it at number 2 for greatest albums from Led Zeppelin. They're all technically tied for first. Like I said, 7 of them are tied for first. But number 1, I got to go with Physical Graffiti. You get more in the double album from 1975. It's their longest album, and it's still chock full of hits the entire way through. And so many different sounds and so many different directions on Physical Graffiti. I think that's what makes it the best album from Led Zeppelin. You get the most songs. If you had to cut it back to 8 songs, I don't know if you could get a better 8 than Led Zeppelin 4, but I don't know, you can't grow Led Zeppelin 4. This is just incredible. It's incredible they can put out this many incredible songs on one album. Physical Graffiti, maybe the greatest rock album of all time. 1975, Physical Graffiti comes in number 1 on the Joepinionated list for greatest Led Zeppelin albums. Our Led Zeppelin albums ranked. Songs on here as well. If you haven't seen the channel before, check it out. There's actually a Desert Island playlist episode for Led Zeppelin where we duke it out to try to draft our own Desert Island playlists. Nobody can take the same song. And yeah, check out the channel. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, donate as well. That always helps. And I'm sorry I'm a little low on facts and high on opinions. We'll see you on the next one. Respect Led Zeppelin. We out.